Very well there, guys, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back into another cast with Trend Following Tyson. Happy New Year's. It's the last day of 2019 as we step into 2020. Let's elevate our trading process and let's just elevate what we're doing with our trading right now. Okay, so beautiful year, beautiful 2019. I'm definitely green, up at least 100%. Beautiful year here. I don't know what else to say, man. We've just been kicking butt and taking names. Let's keep following these big trends. Let's not complicate our trading style. My advice for anyone coming into 2020 is take your trading process, take out what's not working, perfect what is working, and from that point on, I think you should move forward. Okay, so let's just go ahead and jump into this cast. Man, beautiful year, and let's do even better in 2020. Okay, all right, so let's take up something from Stanley Druckenmiller. You know, we're all about hitting home runs, we're not about anything else. All right, the way to build superior long-term returns is through preservation of capital and home runs. When you have tremendous conviction on trade, you have to go for the juggler. It takes courage to be a pig. In my opinion, it takes courage to have courage in your process. All right, so it takes courage to be a pig. In my opinion, you know, just have some faith in your process, have some faith in what you're doing, especially if you've been having good results over a long period of time. I've had really good results with my trading process and what I'm doing over the last year, and I'm not going to really get too much out of sync with that. You guys know I'm just following big moves to the long side, and just letting price kind of be the denominating factor of what we're going to do. If we're going to stay tight, or we're going to take profits and let trends run and things like that. So beautiful stuff there, man. Building superior long-term returns is like that's what I'm here in the trading business for. If you look at all the major good traders, I mean, a lot of the profits they made was over a long stretch of time, over a healthy trading career. Okay, so don't be in a rush, just stick to what's working, and eventually, you know, you'll be like one of the other teams, like the Washington Nationals, first time ever winning a national championship. Okay, first time winning an MLB championship, so a World Series. So we got to be in that steady, we got to be in that frame of mind. We have to keep doing what's working. We have to keep doing what's working. We just don't know what's going to get us to that big game. We have to keep doing that, okay? So let's just keep doing what's working. Let's not get outside of that. All right, so we're here to perfect our trading process. Trading processes aren't going to be perfect, but they can be perfect within their own limitations, okay? All right, and that means you can't do any better inside your process than what you're doing, then you've perfected your trading process. All right, so let's jump into the trend picture and let's look at some stocks. All right, you guys know we're all about staying long. If something's going to continue, then we're just going to stay long with it and continue surfing waves. Opened up this AQUA, long over 16 and some change, and boom, still a winner. No hocus pocus there. This is the buying point here. As you see, we bounce and pull back. We're bouncing a little bit below this moving average here. But, you know, hey, bouncing a little bit below the 20 and then heading back up. So now we're just below the 20 again and getting ready to turn back up. So beautiful stuff there with AQUA, and I'm long and enjoying the ride. Let's look at some AMD really fast. Yep, looks halfway decent. Not the best stock in the world, but something that we just looked at just recently ago, getting over inside this 34, inside this space here. So we were just looking at AMD a few weeks ago, getting over this 34, and now we've already added 10 points to that. So AMD, really good looking stock, not a bad place to be all year. And here we are this year. From 2019, we went from 18 to 45. All right, so I mean, that's a no-brainer. That's a no-brainer. If you're doubling yourself in price, then you're probably sitting in a pretty good place. All right, that's what I'm all about. I like to sit inside a position, at least let it double to triple itself. Okay. APPS doesn't look as good as AMD. It hasn't covered as much space as AMD, but I mean, you know, we got in here over at this thing here at 3 and some change, and we're still long. found some support, and this thing pulled back, and when it pulled back, I didn't have a heart attack. I didn't touch my positions. It fell back right into this trend line here, and boom, here we are bouncing off the trend line. Take APPS long now. My opinion, if you're just looking at that thing now and you haven't made an entry, I'd take a look at it now. AMRX, I just took an entry on this thing not too long ago, actually at 337, right when we were at about this point here. Just wanted to buy it because it was bouncing on this trend line. It had showed some upside, really good upside potential, and boom, took an entry, and here it is, bouncing off this 20-day moving average. We hit it here and bounced, high move, came, pulled up, had a really gap up there, bounced, pulled back down into this 20. We're bouncing off of it again. Man, if this thing even attempts to cover $7, $8, $7, $8, $9, $10, that's a huge win. So I'm long AMRX at 335, 337. Avon products looks kind of decent. I've been watching this thing all year, and it's kind of doing good for itself now. So Avon kind of up here in this higher space, and it was having trouble all year long, just trading in this little weird area, and boom, it just galloped up and just continued to shred, just a rip. And I saw it in this area here, continuing. I said nice, and we brought this to you guys. So Avon products, congratulations to anybody that took along there, enjoying some good movements. Take a look at this Ballard Power thing, BLDP, looking halfway decent. Look at that, all the way up at the top right of the chart. All right, price is continuing to tear there on the beautiful uptrend. Pretty basic stuff that we're used to, just following these big moves. BLDP, ready to set a new 52-week high. All right, CVET. I don't remember what made me put this on here. Okay, I see now. CVET looks halfway decent, guys. I'd like to see what happens. I'd put a buy stop limit order into 15 to get triggered. If price breaks over 15, I want to get inside that thing. Humongous upside inside of CVET. Humongous upside if that thing decides to get going. COMM also decent upside here, kind of showing some uptrend. We've already reversed prices here at the bottom. This is my best places inside of my process where I like to buy is when I see prices rounding off of a bottom, kind of reversing and haven't took too much back off that bottom. Gives yourself a nice risk to reward scenario there. So I like that COMM. Look, I like what it's doing. I like to set a trigger prices to get triggered over this 16, and it's probably going to get over that and continue. You never know, but it's setting up pretty well. ELP, we were looking at this thing earlier this year, and just goes to show you that we know exactly what the hell we're talking about. We were looking at ELP earlier this year just because it was in a beautiful uptrend, and sometimes, like I tell you guys, if a stock's in a beautiful uptrend, it's just not in a beautiful uptrend for no reason. It's probably going to continue more 7 times out of 10, 8 times out of 10, it's going to continue. ELP looks real good. I like what it's doing. It's been looking good all year. And also, we'll come back, you guys. We'll come back early January to see what's kind of ripping starting off the 2020. And normally, you guys, when you get a good stock starting to show itself out in the beginning of a year, it's kind of a tall tale sign of what could be likely to be. So we'll come back and take a look. EROS kind of curling down here, showing some decency. Might start tearing up into this pace here. Obviously, we're in a reversal there. EROS. KOD, one of the better looking stocks that I've seen all year long, and I just wanted to show a lesson on this thing. Jesus Christ, when you guys see a stock starting to lift off that tarmac, starting to take its beating prices, uptrend, breaking through, you need to start buying those breakouts and just let those breakouts work. Okay, man, look at here. You could have bought KOD this year at $12, breaking out. If you're watching breakouts, breaking out over 10, breaking out over 12. I mean, this was just so obvious what was going on here. And boom, that's a $70-something stock now. KOD. Keep following trends, you guys. This is our milk and butter. Keep following trends that look like this. Keep taking our signals when we're supposed to, like we did early on AMRX, and we're already up there pointing some change. Keep taking the correct signals, you guys. Keep trading the process, and you'll end up with one of these home runs at the end of the year, okay? Just one of these is enough. You're up over 100, way over 100%, okay? So keep trading the process, guys, and we're looking for home runs like that. That's what we're looking for. KPTI, you guys know I opened this thing at 9 and some change, 950, 968 or something like that. And we're still in beast mode. I took this thing when we were breaking out over this area to the left. And here we are, 10 points later. Add that to my repertoire for some good trend following stocks that we've been doing all year long. Take a look at this SPY, letting us know what's going on. Man, we were looking at the SPY when it was getting over 303, 313 and some change. Now look at this thing, all right? We're looking at the SPY when it was in this area, okay? Breaking over this stuff and getting up in here before this candle, right in this space. SPY obviously kicking ass and taking names. TWOU got some more beautiful stuff to show you guys, and we'll close out, and I'll see you guys really soon. Back early January, we'll take a look at the market, see what's happening. TWOU, in my opinion, in a clear uptrend here. Take your long now, and before we start getting over these prices, take your longs. I'd take a long now. Stop myself out below 20. Give yourself some space, okay? But man, that could be a freaking serious home run. Watch that thing. TWOU. SCOR, something that's inside my scans and something I'm watching. Another beautiful looking thing here if it decides to turn up. SCOR, huge upside, obviously rounding down, prices rounded off this bottom. Man, that could be a home run. I'd take a long in that thing right now. I already have a position in there around 475. I'd take a long in that thing now to see what happens and just give it some room to work. Give it some room to work, okay? So, thank you guys, ladies and gentlemen, for joining me here. And you guys know what we'll do. We'll be back soon for another cast of this trend following, and keep an eye on what's working and what's not working here, okay? So you guys trade safe. Happy New Year's. And let's get ready to sever the market this year. Let's just keep trading what's working. Let's not complicate our process, all right? So happy New Year's, and I'll see you guys early January.